Hey, good morning. It's hot already, but here's what I'd like to do in this video. I'd like to show you how to make a really easy raised bed. Now, that's funny because, man, put the pencil behind your ear, I could never find it. And I wonder how do, man, like women can like put their hair up with it. That's just fascinating to me. Although I could do this right here, then I would never lose it. So I think I can do that from now on. See, here in Arizona, where this kind of hat can be necessary, we have a lot of trouble. We got problems with soil, we got problems with sun, we got problems with animals, both domestic, like my dogs, and wild. Javelina can really tear up a garden. So, nice thing about raised beds is, well, you can have some good soil in a controlled environment with shade cloth, like it's above my head right now. And actually what we're putting our raised beds in is a 10 by 10 dog kennel. I'll show you that in a minute. We had it had been torn up in the past, so I was getting ready to throw it out, and I thought, oh, let's just put, a raised bed in there and see how this goes. So anyway, I already have one built. I'm gonna build a second. It's gonna be 5 feet by 3 feet, so let's get started. So what you're gonna need is you're gonna need a power saw, a drill bit of course, some decking screws, measuring tape, of course a pencil, some 1x and some 2x6s. Now, if you go to Home Depot early in the morning, a lot of times you can find stuff that's discounted. So I needed 6 2x6x8s, and let's see here. I don't know if we can you see that purple right here? That means they were 70% off. So I got all of them, all 6 2x6s for a whopping $11, actually a little less. Dogs are hot over there. All right, so you might not know this, but a 2x6 is actually 5.5 inches. I don't know if you can see that. It's bright outside today. So 5.5 inches, right? So 3 of these is not 18 inches. Nope, 3 times 5 is 15, and then you got 1.5 left. That's 16.5 inches. So what I need, if I wanted these things, which are gonna be in the corners, to line up, I would need these to be 16.5 inches. So I'm gonna go ahead and mark that. Now all this is gonna be very rough because, I mean, I'm growing dirt in it, and it's going on the ground. So it's not exactly, everything's not exactly perfectly level. So who knows? Who knows how well it's gonna, how good everything's gonna look. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna go ahead and cut this up right here, knock off that little ledge, and then I'm gonna use this as a template to cut all my others. So even if this one's wrong, at least they're all gonna be wrong the same way. Hopefully I don't cut my finger off. I don't know if you can see this cutting or not. But sometimes the sides can bow, the sides of the bed can bow out. So I'm gonna go ahead and make 6. Little trick, the part you don't want, put an X on it. That way you know that, I mean, that might be really close to 16.5 inches, so not sure. All right, let's go ahead and get to chopping. Just gonna let these drop. Strap piece right there. Okay, so I don't have a workbench. I don't have a helper. Cutting these 2x6s the same way I cut these can be a real pain. So what I'm gonna do, I'm actually gonna use these on my little bar right here to lift the 2x6 up so that when I cut it, it doesn't just fall all over the place. So I'm gonna use 4 of these. Let me get them set up. This is 5x3. So one of these 8-foot sections will actually be half of a layer. So like I'm gonna cut it by 5 feet, so that's gonna be the first board on the bottom, and the 3-foot section is gonna be one of the sides. So I need to cut all of these into those dimensions. So I'm just gonna measure 3 feet off and mark it and chop it. Now that's funny because, man, put the pencil behind your ear, I could never find it. And I wonder how do, man, like women can like put their hair up with it. That's just fascinating to me. Although I could do this right here, then I would never lose it. So I think I can do that from now on. There's 3 feet. 3 feet, measure twice, cut once. That's the old adage, right? It's good advice. I have messed that up more than once. All right, however, this doesn't need to be real neat or clean, because again, I'm just making a box I'm gonna put on the ground. I'm gonna put some dirt in it and grow some veggies and whatnot. Oh yeah, almost forgot. Okay, let's get to chopping. Those knots like that can be tough. So there's one done. I'm gonna go ahead and pause the recording right here so we can just get this done. If you're not from Arizona, man, you see some of the temperatures and you're like, man, that's ridiculous, but it's the dry heat. The thing they don't tell you is the intensity of the sun. It is ridiculous. It's 8:30. It's only about 90 degrees, but I've gone through 4 of these water bottles already. By the way, that's my logo, and that's my team, Aggress Rides. I'm a member of Team Aggress. Anyway, my wife got me this for Father's Day. Pretty cool gift. So what I'm going to show you here is I'm going to assemble each layer of this 5 foot by 3 foot bed here on my deck in the shade, because it is freaking hot. Now I couldn't do this with the 4x8 because it's just too big, but I'll do each level and then we'll take it out there and put it all together. So let's get started. Now I've got some helpers. Here's what we're gonna do. All right, so I'm gonna pre-drill all the corners. I'm gonna drill these 2 together, and then I'll put this in the corner. And yeah, so I just drill the base. I drill together by corners. There we go. So we're gonna do it just like this. Go on now. Yes, I appreciate your help. Now a little trick, this drill bit gets real hot, so what I'm gonna do, that way I don't lose it and I don't burn myself. Okay, we're gonna do that all the way around, all 4 sides. See, there's my drill bit. It was really hot. Couldn't touch it, so. And I know, flip-flops, every shop teacher in the world is like yelling at me. But, see, there it is. Done and done. Beautiful. See, what we have here is we've got 5 by 3, and I've got 6 posts, and each layer will stack right on top, slide right on top of those posts, and then I'll just screw each layer to that. So let's go ahead and get this one out and put it in the, well, where the garden's going to be. Oh yeah, that reminds me, I was supposed to start going to the gym, but I've been doing this kind of stuff instead. I will go to the gym, but I had a bunch of this stuff to get knocked out, and these are actually for my wife's birthday. So now the tricky part, how do I get this in there? There we go. And there we have it. All right, let's get it on the ground. Perfect. There's what the other garden bed looks like. That is 4 by 8, and this one's gonna be 3 by 5. Used a whole bunch of that stuff right there and some manure. And well, forgive all the junk in the back. Need to clean up a little bit, but man, got these old carport poles that I'm using to kind of make a frame. And then I got some shade cloth. Some of the latches had torn, but they work just perfect for this. So anyway, that's what we're looking at. Man, I think you guys are getting some nice shots of my butt as I bend over. Man, lucky you. So all we do, take one of these, slot it behind just like that. Take a screw, screw one in each place. How is that? I got exactly the right number of screws. Ooh, hot. And that, boys and girls, that's how you make a box you can put dirt in. All right, so let's get it filled up with some dirt so it'll look like that one. I said I was doing this instead of going to the gym. These things probably weigh, I don't know, 80 pounds. They're really heavy. Really heavy.
Pretty.
Okay, so that's how you can take some lumber and make a box. You can put dirt in and then you can grow stuff and then you can eat that delicious stuff. I'll show you what we plant in it in another video, but anyway, let me know what you think. Ask any questions you might have. Leave them in the comments below. Anyway, thank you for watching.